All right, everybody, welcome to the first day, second session of the Vanza Level Up Challenge. We have the amazing Caroline Castillo. Oh my God, this is exciting. So please jump in, everybody. So I'm going to give about 2 minutes just to give everybody time to come on in. And also, too, I'm going to be sharing to every page, every group. So everybody do that right now. So share on every page, every group. Caroline's going to be talking about media, digital marketing, and she's incredible. So
Hell
make
yeah.
sure that everybody make sure that you join in right now as we invite Caroline in.
Awesome.
Go ahead
Thank
and
you
share
so much.
right now. Go ahead and share right now. Go ahead and share right now. Go ahead and share right now. We are really, really excited. Yeah, I see people
Woo,
coming
woo.
on. Yeah. So we are broadcasting on 3 platforms on our Facebook group, on our Facebook community, and also too on YouTube. So we are excited about this. So I'm going to share right now to to my pages as well, so people can jump on.
Awesome.
Yeah. So how do you feel today,
Woo.
Caroline?
I'm doing great, man. Just finished a meeting with our one of our golf brands. We're crushing it and scaling, launching new traffic, launching on TikTok. So that's really exciting. Launching new products. So I'm pumped about that. Q4. I mean, all of our ecom brands have been crushing it. So I'm feeling pumped. Super busy, super slammed, but hey, that's a blessing,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just pumped for 2022. We had a crazy COVID life,
Yeah.
but it's okay. We're coming out of it, winning. So how are
Yes.
you doing,
Yes.
man? How have you been?
Been good, man. Just working and trying to help 1 million entrepreneurs to simplify their online business using Vanza to
Mm.
start and grow their business online. And
Oh
I'm looking
yeah,
forward to doing some more chat with you
hell yeah.
after the session today. Yeah. So that's what we've just been doing. Is awesome. And you got some. We're already live, so let's get
Boom. Let's
started.
go into it. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
so before we get started, you got some amazing news that happened recently. So tell us a little bit about what happened on your birthday.
This is the news, guys. Where's the
Oh,
camera?
wow. Look at the
Woo!
blingy.
Bling bling, baby. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. No, he picked a rock. Look at
You
how big
did
that is.
it
That's
right. I
crazy.
see it. I see it.
But
Congratulations. So tell us what happened. You went on your birthday and how did
went
that
on a
come about?
birthday. I went on my 30th birthday. I just turned 30, and thank you so much, guys. I see some comments coming in. I went to Tulum. It was gonna be my 30th birthday. Still had a great birthday. And I run my business with my boyfriend, previously boyfriend, now fiance. But we went for my birthday, and then the last night we were there, he just surprised the heck out of me. I knew it was gonna happen because we had talked about it many times. Like we leave nothing to uh like confusion or anything, right? We always talk about everything. So I knew it was going to happen, but then I was eating an apple and we were just watching the sunset, and then he just got down on one knee and proposed. And I was like, I dropped the apple and I was like, here you go. I was like, of course, babe. Yes. So we are newly engaged. I'll probably have a huge wedding in Cancun. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys should definitely come along. I think you and Faith would love it. So
That,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
that'll be
If you've never
great.
been to
Please,
Mexico,
that'll
yeah.
be great.
No,
Yeah, send us the invite. That'll be amazing.
oh
Sure.
yeah. If you've never been to Mexico, it's the most amazing thing. Being at an all inclusive, you never have to whip out your checkbook, and it's 5x the cost in Miami, the same amount of days, right? And you basically get the same thing. So from Orlando, it's like a 2 hour flight, not even maybe like an hour and a half. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
What did you say about Miami? You say it's five what?
5 times the cost. So if you stay like, let's say a whole week, yeah, everybody's commenting it's beautiful, you'll love it. Mexico, let's imagine you stayed a week in Miami, right? And a week
Mhm.
in Mexico. Miami will be 5x the cost.
Really?
Same trip. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh my God! Send that invite, man. We gotta, we
Yes.
gotta, we gotta. That's that. This sounds so good to me. So hey, Yeah,
I
yeah.
know,
Send
yeah.
that invite, man. Definitely, we're gonna look into it.
And there's something about like the Mexican culture, like everybody that works there, it's such a like hardworking type culture where they're there and they have a service culture. Something about that. Like I live in
Mm,
Florida, we have a hospitality business, but it is nothing compared to the Mexican like hardworking culture. You're there, you need something, like they're all there working at the resorts. You feel like very well taken care of. So I've been there twice now, one for a wedding, one for my birthday, and I love it. So yeah.
wow, that is so amazing. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming, and we are so excited for you and all these awesome things that's going to be happening in the future. So today you are bringing some heavy stuff. You're going to be talking about no, you're going to be talking about media, digital
Yeah.
marketing.
Yeah, I think I want to bring it into all the Vonsonites. You know, you guys are growing your business. You're trying to figure out how to grow your business online. I think that COVID really like set us into a whole nother level of people are now more actively looking to do business online. It pushed over the extra envelope of people who are like, I'm kind of on social media, or I don't know if I would do a Google search. I'll probably ask my friend. But now people are even more inclined to do online searches because, you know, they don't want to go
Yeah,
places, or when they didn't want to go places, then they kind of force them to look for things online and look for services like you guys, you know, whatever you guys do, different products. There's so many different business owners. I love the comments coming in, guys. So that's
yeah.
awesome. So the first thing I want to know, like, what type of business do you own? Comment in the chat so I can like make
Hey,
this talk a little bit more constructive. Do you have a service-based business? Do you have a product-based business? What industry are you in? Just give me a little something in the chat. Go ahead and comment. Are you another digital agency? Do you do
yeah,
coaching? You know, do you have a construction business? You know, that way I can see like, okay, there's going to be a lot of strategies I'm going to recommend, but I want to make sure it's very tailored to you guys. So go ahead and comment that in the chat, and
yeah.
then I'll continue with this presentation to really make it formatted to you guys. So
Awesome,
I'm,
awesome. So let's do this, right? So let me give you the full screen. So you'll be
yeah,
going for about 20-25 minutes. Then I'll be back. We'll do some Q&A.
okay, perfect. All
Okay.
right, I see the comments coming in the chat. Mental health counseling. Okay. Okay. So service-based business. Awesome. That's very, very important. Um, let me see. Screen sharing, share screen. Bam. All right, cool. If you can see my whole screen, it's cool. I have nothing to hide. So so I'm gonna go like back and forth to this side to kind of like look at the comments and see like what everybody's working on. Okay, so the first thing, I got your comments. The second thing that I want you to put is like, what have been the major challenges that you've been facing when it comes to marketing? It could be online, it could be traditional. What are the main challenges you're facing? If you're not facing any marketing challenges, then what type of growth challenges you've been facing? So marketing. Oh, we can't see your whole screen. Okay, 1 second. Here. Share slides. Okay. Um, I'll stop screen for a second. Let me try to reshare this. Okay. So can you guys see my presentation? I'll look in the chat here. Someone said we can't see your whole screen. Oh, now it's sharing. Okay. I see an infinity. So I must be sharing my screen. Well, you can stop me if you guys can't see it. So I'll go ahead and start presenting here. I just want to say welcome again. Like, congrats to you guys for taking a step to take a step back from your business and really focus on yourself. I love doing that. I love going to events myself. I've been doing this for a while. I have plenty of business, but you know what? We always have to take a step back and reinvest into ourselves. And you're here. you're here as a Vonzite, really reinvesting into yourself. And I'm proud of you for that. It's really hard sometimes to pick your head off the grindstone of business every day. But I've found a lot of times when I reinvest back in myself, I 10x my reinvestment. So tomorrow I will be doing executive coaching all day. I put my phone on airplane mode. I do that once a month. And I find that really helps me to provide a great vision for the business. Anyway, so I wanted to start it with that great thought. I am very thankful for being here. Thank you so much, Vonza team. Thanks you guys for having me. Love being here. Always love seeing your guys' posts. They're a lot of fun. So awesome. Let's get started. I do want to talk main strategy and always start with the foundation of digital marketing, because it's all about really knowing the foundations of marketing. Digital marketing hasn't changed. Digital marketing tactics change fairly often. Digital strategies change fairly often, but they're still all based on the marketing, the top principles of marketing. So I just want to get into some strategy for a bit. Here's my brief bio. Sold my first business at 26. Raised money for tech companies in Florida, grew one of the biggest venture capital businesses, got some acknowledgments from UCF, go Knights. And I own an agency plus a few portfolio brands here. So exciting. Most common problems. These are the problems that business owners come to me with all the time. Business owners as clients, friends, people I know that just want my advice. They have problems with their product. They have people who are confused about their messaging. They might have people who like want some piece of the product, but their value journey is incomplete. They have maybe just not the right like flow of a website or really infrastructure, right? Maybe their ads aren't built in the right way. There's a lot of technicalities when it comes to online marketing too. So it takes really years to master, as I have learned the hard way. And then the fifth one is content. You need the best videos. You need the best graphics that you could possibly have, and put it to your audience all the time. Put new, fresh content to your audience all the time. So I want you guys to really take away some things today from what we're going to have is a quick talk. I obviously want to keep flip-flopping into the chat so I can go back and ask questions for you guys. But I want you guys to learn a really good intentional path on how to turn your prospects into leads and leads into customers. That's the first step. I don't care if you're super good at it. You always want to revisit it to see how you can optimize. How can you squeeze a little bit more profit out of what you're doing every day? Maybe you're running $10,000 a day on Facebook. Great. How can you probably have some inefficiencies there, even if you're running $10 a day. Okay. There's always ways to do incremental improvement. We want to be able to identify why our marketing efforts aren't working as well. And then we want to talk a little bit about ads. I don't know if we'll have enough time today. My calendar is open for any entrepreneur that just needs help. I have some calendar space for like mentorship, things like that. I do that as just my goodwill thing. Because I believe in an afterlife and I just want to be a good person. So if you need help with anything, I'm here to chat, have coffee, whatnot. If you want to talk more ads, things like that. So I'm going to go back into the chat here for a second, and just in case anybody has questions. Okay, awesome. You see me now. Hell yeah. Hi, Faith. Good to see you. So if you want to keep chatting in the comment section, what are your main challenges? That's going to be helpful. I know we have some service-based businesses in here, so I'll make sure to kind of cater it to there. If you have a product-based business, make sure you put it in the chat, because I'm not going to talk about it as much if you don't. One challenge that was posted was narrowing down my niche audience online. I'm more in the community in person, but not online. Okay, that's interesting. that's a very interesting point to bring up, because I think as business owners, we always have like a push and pull. How much in person should I have? How much online? I think the answer is going to be in the day to day, right? A lot of times businesses can scale with a certain offer online and just using your own content. I think a general answer for anybody's business is that you should be doing both. Some businesses it's going to be 90% in person and 10% online. Some businesses it's going to be 90% online and 10% in person. So maybe a little bit more of a mix there. um, I think the you kind of had a two-part question in there, which was you need to narrow down your niche audience. um, Riches are in the niches. So you really do want to make sure that you're speaking to a certain niche, really master that niche, and you can go to all kinds of niches. So we have a eyewear brand. They
Hey,
used to,
Caroline, real
yeah.
quick, your screen you're sharing is you are sharing like Facebook. It's no longer showing your slide.
Oh yeah, I stopped for a second to go to the, yeah, to go to the
Okay,
comments. Yeah, I'll stop my screen sharing for a bit.
okay,
Yeah, no, thanks for bringing that up, because I was like, it was probably like mirroring like 10 different times. Got
okay.
it. No worries. Um, so I'm just gonna stop screen sharing so we can go into a bit of discussion. If I don't get to my slides, it's okay. I'd rather just project all my information, my knowledge into you guys and what you want to learn about. This is how I just run speeches. I love it that it's organic. I want it to be a conversation. So if I don't get to the slides, that's okay. The slides are going to be there forever. Okay. Um, so somebody posted narrowing down my niche audience. Like I said before, riches are in the niches. You really have to discover which niche is right for you to start out, master that, get to a certain level of revenue that makes it very easy to start investing in a new niche, and then keep building other niches. But you got to master the first niche. We have a golf product, that's well, it's actually a glasses product that can be used in the golf space, hunting space, etc. But they didn't even focus on niches. They kind of sort of had some influencers in all those spaces, but really didn't have specific landers that talk to golfers, right? Someone said they have a mental health counseling service. Okay, well, what type of people are your best customers, right? Is it more of, and this may not be your customer or not, I'm just speaking in terms of niches. Is it couples counseling? Is it teenagers? Is it families together? Is it like a mom daughter? Is it dad daughter or parents child type of thing, right? So really speaking to that audience is going to help. Not only that, the reason why you want to have a really good niche and figure it out is because it's going to allow you to focus all your marketing on one thing, and then if it doesn't work, great, just pivot. There's not any shame in pivoting your marketing. I do marketing things all the time that don't work, okay? The difference between me and other people who might not have as much success is because I don't take rejection as rejection. I just take it as a test. It didn't work, not going to hurt my feelings. All right, cool. Very good conversation about niches. Hopefully that helped. Mental health within the youth community. Oh my god, we totally need that. That is a big one. Um, that's a great niche. You can get to so many parents online with that. I mean, social media, I could only imagine using social media as a teenager and even younger. There's a lot of different ways to really like um, speak to that audience and really like your buyer as parents, right? There's so many ways to scale online through advertising and podcasts. We can definitely get into the nitty gritty there, but it sounds like you found your niche right there in the mental health within the youth community. That's a great that sounds like a great niche, especially for where we are now in current times. So awesome. Keep the questions going. I'll pop in and out of the chat. What I'm going to do is pop back into my little slide deck here. So let me go to presentation mode. Here we go. Make sure you guys can see it. It says I'm screen sharing, so can somebody comment if you guys can see my screen? Oh, I just... All right, I should be sharing my screen now. So, okay. I haven't seen a comment yet, but I'm guessing you guys can see my screen here. So I'm going to go back into the presentation. If you can't see my screen, Vonza team, just go ahead and stop it. Stop me if you need to. All right, cool. So let's get back to basics, guys. Let's really talk about like marketing principles, because the only way for us to really like scale to the next level, whether or not you're already at a certain level of growth, let's say like your first 6 figures, your first 7 figures, maybe you're not even there, that's okay. No matter what level you're at, it's always good to go back to basics, because there is going to be one day where your business model doesn't work as well as it used to. You know, online marketing is changing all the time. And this is what my team does as our secret sauce. We always go back to the basics to figure out what are we lacking. So one of the key elements that we use is the customer value journey. This is a golden nugget type thing. You're welcome to screenshot this, use this with your team members, use this with your marketing team members. This is huge when it comes to understanding what stages that you talk to your customer in. So basically, when you talk to your customer, it's kind of like you see somebody cute across the bar, right? And you want to walk up to them and talk to them. Well, you want to walk up to them and talk to them, but you're not going to propose, right? That's going to be really weird, speaking of proposals, right? So you don't want to marry your customer right now, right? Duh. That's why we have the customer value journey. Customers don't say no to say no. They just want to date now and then eventually buy, right? When they've made a decision and when they feel like it's the right time. So we want to be able to create a really good marketing system with your value journey. And if you have a really good one that's performing right now, it's always good to just figure out, okay, what are ways that we can perform, that we can iterate off of our current value journey? What are new products that we can do, etc. So this is the value journey, and there are several different steps in this value journey to make sure your value journey is complete. So just like I said before, you don't want to walk up to somebody at a bar, ask them to marry them. You want to just date them, right? Customer value journey follows the same sequences as normal, healthy human relationships, like when you date. So when you go into this value journey, right, in the awareness stage, that's the first time people actually talk to you, right? Or that's the first time you talk to them. It could be in the form of an ad. It could be in the form of a blog post. It's whatever cool thing that they saw for the first time ever, right? And there's a lot of different ways to reach out to them. It could be maybe you ranked through Google on mental health, right? Or glasses, or whatever product you have, lawn care, right? Maybe that's how they first were aware of you, right? The second stage is engage. So this is when you start talking, right? It's your first date. Maybe somebody came onto your website from an ad and now they're talking to customer service and saying, hey, what do I get with this product? Can I get on a phone with to get a demo, right? There's all kinds of things that happen in engagement. It's kind of like the first touch point, right? Subscribe. This is the coolest part that I like. You know, I love seeing email lists grow, text message lists grow, and data on your pixel grow, as in all your website hits, right? Subscribe means that we actually get a customer's information. And a lot of people like to call it first name, last name, email, phone number. If I get an IP address, that's a great start too, because there's lots of ways to remarket to people just by getting their IP address. Very exciting. You guys have all been on Coach, or all you ladies have been shopping on Coach, right? And you're like, oh my God, how did Coach get my information? I'm seeing Coach bags everywhere. That's called retargeting. So you can use the same principles by getting their information, and then eventually we'll go down this value journey to really show, hey, we can keep them into our own system, just like Coach does. You don't need a huge budget to be able to do retargeting and keep your client top of mind, or keep yourself top of mind. The next stage is even more fun and sexy, conversion stage. That's when we get a little bit of money or a lot of time. A lot of time could be something like my business, or our agency business, where somebody's looking to work with us and says, "Oh, well, I'm interested in working with you guys, but we gotta meet, we gotta talk probably multiple times. We gotta really figure out the budget." That, it to me, is conversion stage, when they want to meet with our team and talk about how we meet or how we will work together. And any service-based business is like that. For an e-commerce product, or maybe like a lower cost type product, conversion stage, or a lower price point type product, conversion stage is just spending a little bit of money. And then that's when we get the customer in. That's when we prove, in this stage, the excitement stage, that our product is amazing and that their life is that much more exciting. And we prove our transformation process, where you had in the ad, um, where you had in your ads, hey, this lawn care is going to make you want to sip margaritas on Saturdays, right? And then they get an engagement stage. Customer service says, yep, we're good to go. Here's my email to confirm. Conversion stage, they had their first service, right? And now they're excited. They are sipping those margaritas. Awesome. Now we can get into Ascension stage, where now we're servicing that client again and again because they love it. Okay. This is where you walk them up the ladder, right? That's why we got our little ladder graphic here. You want to walk them up the ladder. You can keep selling them the same thing or sell them a different product. Like for our TikTok masterclass product, one person will buy the masterclass, and then we have a whole TikTok ads group that is a recurring source of revenue for us. That's called being in the Ascension stage. Recurring revenue is great. I'm a fan of it. I think every business should build recurring revenue in there, and you can build that with the Vanza software too. Advocate is even more fun. We love it when people, will write a testimonial about us, say good things. And then even better is promotion stage, where we love, or where the customer really loves us and they'll tell all their friends. And that's what makes my heart happy. That's why I love doing business, because it makes other people happy. So I'm going to stop the screen share just for some questions. I'm going to pause it for a sec. And it is 2:31. Woo! Wow.
Wow, that is so amazing. So let me ask you a couple of questions. So what kind of businesses do you typically work with?
It's really more about the business owner. Business owner's got to be fun. They've got to respect our time. I think that's a big one. I know. And they want to grow it big. They want to have to grow it big, multiple 7 figures, 8-figure type business. That we want them to be able to grow it at that level. Sometimes we enter into the 7-figure range, sometimes the 6-figure range, but that's the type of businesses that I like working with. I like businesses that are like already on Vanza and that really like using software and using software for efficiency, and are very open-minded to that. And just business owners that aren't afraid to try things and being open-minded. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to scaling.
Wow, that is so awesome. So thank you so much. So if people want to find you, where can they find you? How can they find you to work with you?
Yeah, so you can go to if you type my first and last name and Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook. If you just type in carolinecastile.com, you'll find me there and you'll be able to book a meeting with me there. Again, I'm happy to help just on an altruistic level. If you just want to talk and get mentorship, there's so many people that have given back to me. So I want to pay that forward. If you want to talk about working together, that's cool too. But, you know, if you're a good entrepreneur, there'll always be opportunities. So no pressure either way.
That is so awesome. Thank you, Caroline. Appreciate you. And more
Thanks for having
success
me,
to
man.
you. And
We'll meet up soon.
Sure, we're going to talk more offline, okay? Thank you
Sounds
for
good.
coming today. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay, bye. Wow, that was amazing. That was amazing, amazing, amazing time. We're expecting our next speaker to join us shortly. It seems like he is having some technical issue. Let me He's having some technical issue. I'm not sure why, but give me 1 second, guys. We're going to figure this out. Let me see. It should be fine. That same link. Yeah, it should be fine. So give me 1 second, guys. We're going to try and figure this out and see what's going on here. Wow, this has been amazing, guys. You guys having a good time so far. Let me know what you are learning. Let me know what's happening. Why is it not opening? Yeah, let us know. Open this page in your browser. Okay, copy this link. Let's see. Good, good, good. Our next speaker is getting ready, and it's going to be amazing, 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 amazing. So let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Yep, I think it should be able to come on shortly. So let us know what you are learning so far. Yeah. He's using the wrong link. That's why. So it's going to be coming up shortly, guys. It's going to be amazing, 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 amazing. So let us know what you've got so far. Let us know what you learned from Caroline's session. She shared a lot of great information, and it was so amazing. It was so amazing. So what would you like to learn from the new speaker? Our new speaker is a multimillionaire entrepreneur, and he has so much to share. All right, so it's going to be coming on shortly. So this event is brought to you absolutely free from Vonza. Vonza is the only one platform that make it easy and simple for you to start and grow your business online. So I'm going to bring right now the man of the hour, the man that we've been waiting for, the man, the mystery, the genius, the amazing guy all the way from the United Kingdom, different time zones. So excited to see you. Hey, sir, how you doing, Mr. Moses?
Can you hear me okay, yeah?
Yeah, we hear you very well with your British accent. We hear you very
well. Fantastic. Thank you so much, my brother, for inviting me to speak on your platform. I'm so super excited and I'm so super fired up. We did have a little bit of a glitches before connecting just now on the background, so apologies for running about 6 minutes late. So again, thank you so much, my brother, for inviting me to come and speak on this amazing platform.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. Now we're just going to have you get into it right away because we already kind of lost about 6 minutes now. So before we do that, so you're based in the United Kingdom, right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm based in London.
London. Okay, that's amazing. And you're going to be talking about mindset for wealth creation. Wow. I got my pen, I got my notes ready to take notes, you know. So I know this is going to be so powerful. So everybody, Before Mr. Daniel Moses come on, please share right now on your Facebook, your Instagram, everywhere. We're broadcasting on several medium right now, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the same time. But I want everybody to share. So we're going to be giving out a gift card to the person who does the most share and the most comments. Okay, so keep those comments going, keep those likes going, and keep those shares going. So whoever does the most, we're going to send you a gift card electronically by the end of the session today. So please share right now, because I know that Daniel Moses have so much to offer. So you have the floor now. So go ahead and share what you got for the people, and I'll be back at the end to ask you some more questions and round off. Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, I mean, first of all, one of the things I love talking about is mindset. One of the things I love talking about is sharing the ability for anyone who is ordinary right now to transition to building a mindset of the ordinary. For someone right now who is thinking that they haven't got what it takes to building success. For someone right now who is thinking that they cannot grow. You see, many years ago, I started my journey, in a search for a greener pasture, to becoming someone special, to becoming someone who was looking for the ability to be able to feed my family and to just transition, make that little transition. So my journey started from Nigeria, 17 years ago, where I first immigrated into coming into the United Kingdom. Haven't been able to settle down. Over the last 5 years, I went on a mission to making my life, to changing my life, to becoming an extraordinary. And every single one of you listening to me right now has what it takes to make that the same decision to building wealth, to creating a fantastic, entrepreneurship journey. You see, but before we get into that, it's very, very important, before we get into the mindset for wealth creation. You see, one of the things people don't often learn is understanding why does the wealthy become wealthy, understanding the different types of wealth classes, and understanding why is it that some people have more information and some people have less information. One of the major reasons is the people who have less information is that they continue to do what they've always done, not investing in themselves, not paying for information, not going to seek information that can take them from where they are now to go to where they want to go. Whatever, in terms of the wealthy normally do the opposite. The wealthy always continually invest in themselves. They pay for networking events. They pay for education. They go for courses. They go for conferences and seminars, and you name it. And this is what the wealthy do. Now, the very most important thing that you want to do when you're trying to create wealth, and when you're trying to make that journey of the ordinary and transition into becoming an extraordinary, or for you to make that mindset impact on yourself to becoming successful, is you have to understand what the wealth do once they got the information that the less wealthy people do. See, the wealthy people, they leverage on information. They leverage on debt. But one thing they do is, first of all, understanding the different types of wealth classes. See, first of all, as most of you might already know, you have different types of wealth classes. You have the poverty class, you have the lower middle class, you have the upper middle class, you have the super wealthy. The super wealthy, are not people that brought wealth from when they got given back to. No. They came into this world and made a decision. There are two choices. The one of the choice is to stay the way they are and do what everyone always do, which is the crowd, the 90% of the crowd. While the super wealthy make one choice, and one of the choices they make is to becoming an extraordinary by tapping into the wealth that is available to the 10%, which is where every single person should envisage, should be a mission that you take upon yourself to creating. Now, what does the wealthy do? The wealth don't spend money on expensive things. They invest money. They leverage on debt. You see, most people who are on the ordinary level of life will take on a credit card and go on a luxury holiday. Most ordinary people will take on credit card, bank loans, overdraft, and go and buy designer shoes. The people who have the mindset to creating wealth, what they do is to consistently invest into assets that will build them a legacy, asset that will build them an empire, asset that would put them into a better cash flow position. You see, humans, us, people, as ordinary people, we need to start making this mindset shift of understanding what the wealthy people do. The wealthy people invest in, for example, things like real estate. The wealthy people invest in things like assets, gold, coal. They invest into things that will transition into cash flow, building some long-term wealth. You know, one of the things that we have to learn to do is to continue to invest in ourselves, to continue to go into knowledge, reading books, listening to podcasts that will change your life so that you can have the basic information in life that can enable you transition from being an ordinary person into becoming an extraordinary person. You see, one of the biggest threats, or rather, most of the biggest threat that holds us back in this journey of transitioning from an ordinary person to becoming an extraordinary person is, number one, comfort zone. Most times, we always want to do just about little by settling for less, by hoping that we will become successful by just dreaming and not taking action, and doing what we've always done, which is insanity. You see, they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. When I started my journey into transitioning to building a 7-figure plus business in the United Kingdom, having immigrated from Nigeria, where I was once upon a time an immigrant, once upon a time I had no resident permit in this country, once upon a time I lived from hand to mouth, once upon a time 6 years ago I was an Uber driver. I had to understand the importance of getting out of what made me comfortable and stretching myself. Then the second thing that is your biggest threat that you have to learn is to build energy. The wealthy people always learn to have lots of energy. They're enthusiastic. They wake up early. They go for a walk. They go for a jog. They go to gym. And this is one of the things how you can become successful. You see, they say how you lay your bed is how you wake up on it. How you wake up on your bed and how you go out and do something tangible on a daily basis starts in the morning time. You see, the wealthy people learn all these different skills of building strong energy day in and day out. And something else that you have to also do to understand how do you go about creating wealth is clarity. You see, most people always get excited on the journey of entrepreneurship. A lot of people get excited in the journey of building a successful business, but not seeking clarity and then going out to chasing so many birds. You see, over the last 5 to 6 years of my property entrepreneurship journey, and I became so successful here in the United Kingdom, one of the things that I really had to master is chasing one. You see, if you chase one rabbit long enough, you will be successful. A lot of entrepreneurs get started in business and chasing multiple rabbits, chasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and never catching all of them. 1 minute they're doing property, 1 minute they're doing online business, 1 minute they're doing crypto, 1 minute they're doing, forex currencies. So as the wealthy do, they build one business first. I'll give you the likes of Richard Branson. For example, he first of all, when he started this journey, he started with recording studios. From that, he gave birth to the Virgin Airlines, Virgin Cruise, and so on and so forth. These people, when they chose to become successful, they chase one thing first. Look at Facebook, for example. Facebook right now has become one of the biggest platforms on the planet Earth that brings people to network. But if you see while Facebook became successful, they didn't do Instagram, they didn't do WhatsApp, they didn't create all these other multiple platforms that they're creating. So when you're getting started as an entrepreneur, it's very, very important for you to see clarity. First of all, what is it that I want to do? What is my business strategy? What is it that I want to achieve? What is the outcome? What is the intention of you trying to even becoming an entrepreneur in the first place? Is it to better yourself, your family, your kids, your wife, and so on and so forth? You have to be able to see clarity in anything that you do. And one of the things that the successful people also do is that they become so obsessed. They become obsessed by creating a mission within themselves and say, regardless of what the world throws at them, they are never, ever going to give up. You see, Facebook today is one of the most successful, platform out there. When Facebook started, that same room that Facebook started was 5 massive entrepreneurs. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg invited some people to come and have a small business meeting with him. Most of the people who was in the room, I think 5 of them, 3 of them left. And today, the 2 other people that joined with Mark Zuckerberg became very successful. So one thing I'm trying to say here is that obsession is what has created Facebook today. Look at Elon Musk. Obsession is what he's thinking about going to the Mars. So all these other successful individuals that are out there, they chase one thing first. They become obsessed with it. So when you're looking to getting started, when you're looking to build a business, when you're looking to build an empire, build a mindset for wealth creation, you have to become obsessed. You have to eat it. You have to drink it. You have to wake up on it. You have to sleep on it. You have to even work in your sleep. When you become obsessed and seeking one thing and seeking one simple clarity and taking one simple action on a single day, on a daily basis, listen, trust me, ladies and gents, you will eventually become successful. You see, success doesn't come overnight. You see, success takes maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe 10 years. In my journey today, in becoming a very successful individual, I would say it's taken me 17 good years, 12 good years of failure. But I was still very obsessed, and I'm still very obsessed till this very day. So when you're thinking of building wealth, when you want to grow, when you want to become somebody that will leave a name that even after you're gone, people will remind you, you must remember to build a mindset of wealth creation that is tagged with obsession. You have to be obsessed with what you do. You see, when you're obsessed with what you do, you would never, your conduct will never burn out. You see, people always talk about burnout, burnout, burnout. When you're obsessed with what you do, when you're so obsessed in making an impact, when you're obsessed in creating an empire for generations and generations after you to come, you can never be burnt out. You can never be burnt out. And this is one of the things that the successful people do. And finally, ladies and gents, in closing, your mindset is everything. If you cannot create a mindset to build longevity, if you cannot build a mindset that enables you to eliminate emotion when you are creating a business, when you are on this journey of becoming a successful entrepreneur, trust me, ladies and gents, you're not going to be able to do it. You see, entrepreneurship comes with many prices. Entrepreneurship comes with many strengths. Entrepreneurship, you have to grind day in and day out. And one of the things you've got to learn about the mindset of creating success is that you have to understand when you're on the come up, it's no days off. When you're getting started, it is no day off. Delay the instant gratification first. Don't go crazy going on luxury holidays. Don't go crazy buying amazing cars. This is the mindset of the wealthy. The wealthy build wealth first before actually going to all these luxury holidays and affording all these amazing things. Now, before I go, ladies and gents, let's talk about what can hold you back. What can hold you back in this journey of building a successful mindset for wealth creation is limiting belief. You see, in my property journey, in my journey of becoming a fantastic and amazing, property entrepreneur and someone who has been able to impact the lives of many and people look up to today, is one thing that I had was a limiting belief. I never thought I could be where I am today. I thought I was a guy who immigrated from Nigeria. People listen to me today. Would people even invest in me today? Limiting belief that I had to confront my own demons day in and day out because I was obsessed in growth. I was obsessed in what impact will I make. I was obsessed with when I go with my name, what would they remember me for? What impact did I create in my immediate society? What impact did I create in my community? So when you're on this journey of creating a mindset of success, you have to realize, you have to understand the importance of building your belief systems. You see, one of the biggest challenges, the few things that are going to hold you back is your belief system, your emotions, focusing on things that doesn't matter. The successful people, what they do is they learn not to focus on their emotion, rather they focus on their strength. The successful people focus on their on what makes them get ahead, not what brings them back. You see, in my journey, one of the things that used to hold me back was I used to focus on where things went wrong so much more that I got things wrong all the time. But when you're on this journey of creating a successful mind for success, for wealth creation, You have to become somebody who is very positive. You have to be able to eliminate, negative attitude, negative behaviors. You have to reaffirm your church on a daily basis. You have to feed your mind. You see, nobody ever went to the gym to build muscles, all right, and never got it, except you went and just did not put in the work. So you have to reaffirm that on your journey to becoming successful, you are the architect, you are the master. But first, you've got to understand the importance of seeking clarity. You've got to understand the importance of seeking or becoming a person who is obsessed. You have to become a person of value. You have to become somebody that has to build a massive energy day in and day out. Because if you don't have energy, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you will never be able to create wealth. You will never have what it takes to create wealth. You have to have high levels of energy. And you have to eliminate staying in your comfort zone. So, ladies and gents, if you have been impacted by this amazing, conversation that we've had, I want to go very quickly into some Q&As right now, and I'm going to ask Dr. Uyi to please, open the floor for any Q&As, and we can wrap that up because I know right now I'm on a timer, so we're going to go on an 8-minute quick Q&A, and I hope everyone has been able to find an impact on this amazing presentation. Thank you.
Wow. you just dropped some hammer, some fire, some bulldozer on all this. I just want to live like that. Come on, bro. Come on. Man, mindset. So kind of tell us a little bit about your story. You were an immigrant from Nigeria to the United Kingdom, to London, right?
Correct.
You are a testament that not every Nigerian is a 419, a scammer, a Yahoo boy, a good for nothing, right? That you can literally come from Africa or Nigeria to the UK or United Kingdom and be successful and be a person of integrity and make a lot of great change in the lives of people, right? This
absolutely.
So what was that mindset shift for you? Like migrating to a new country and kind of not having a work permit and going through tough time to becoming super, super successful today. What did you do to help you shift? Because somebody's listening right now. They are like, if he did it, hey, I think I can do it too, but they don't know how. How did you change your mindset from poverty to becoming wealthy?
You see, very good question, my brother. Thank you so much again. You see, one of the first thing was I went through 12 good years of not seeking clarity. I went through 12 good years of not having the right levels of energy. And this is why I'm so passionate about speaking about this. You see, for good 12 years, when I first immigrated from Nigeria to coming into this country, I hung around with the wrong people. I hung around the people who told me, I needed to run when I see a police officer. I needed to run when I see an immigration officer. I needed to this, I needed to that. I was surrounded by people who held me back rather than push me up. You see, your mindset is everything. So 12 years later, I had to make a shift where I decided to be the change that I want to see. Like you rightly mentioned, every single Nigerian who immigrated from Nigeria into this country always, when you look at the news, the first thing that you hear, you see is so much negativity around there about, the nation Nigeria. You hear that. Oh, he's successful because it's a scam. He's successful because of it. And I said, I want to be the change I want to see. And I decided to make that impact. I never read a book until 2017. I never used to read books because I did not believe in the power of knowledge. But when I started to make that transition, I started by investing in my personal development. I started to invest in the act of using mentors. I had to invest in seminars. I had to invest in working with coaches. Once upon a time, I had a terrible Nigerian accent. I had to pay a coach to coach me to speak this way. although it's still a work in progress. So with anything in life, anything is possible. But all you need is your network. All you need is to challenge yourself. All you need is to be able to build a mindset that sees light instead of darkness. You need to build a mindset of hope instead of hopelessness. You need to build a mindset of strength instead of weakness. And I went through this mission for the last 6 to 5 years, and I completely transformed my life into becoming a property millionaire in the United Kingdom. And anyone right now can make that massive shift. It's all in your belief system. Listen, if your mindset is dark, you cannot see light.
Woo! Oh, come on now.
All right.
Hold on, bro. You're just dropping the hammer, the bulldozer, the bomb, the nuclear weapons, and you just want to stop. You said if your mindset is dark, you cannot see light. Is that what you said? Or how did you say it? Come on.
1 zillion%. 1 zillion%. 1 billion, 1 trillion, you name it. If your mindset is dark, if you see, most people, the reason why they're not successful is because before even thinking about success, they've been overwhelmed by failure. But think about this for a minute. You see, most people say, oh, what if I fail? But what if you think, what if I become successful? What people say, oh, what if I fail? What is this going to work? What is that's not going to work? But what if I became a British citizen? Yes, I became a British citizen. What if I become a property millionaire? Yes, I became a property millionaire. What if I become successful? Over the last 5 years, I am on a mission into creating 1,000 property millionaires in the United Kingdom. It is all your mindset. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset will build you wealth. You see, many years ago, I used to focus on money. But recently, in the last 5 years, I started to focus on value and opportunity. When you become a person of value, this is why I love Vonza. You see, Vonza can take anybody's, value and create an opportunity that can become monetized. Vonza is giving you a voice to monetize whatever you've learned, and people are out there looking for that information. You see, this is an era of self and personal development to helping many others.
Wow, this is powerful, guys. You got to change your mindset. Mindset is the beginning. So you got 60 seconds. Give us in rapid fire, right? 3 to 5 ways somebody can quickly, bullet point, change their mindset from lack or poverty to millionaire status. 3 to 5 bullet point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give us right now.
Number 1, you've got to read. All right, you've got to start reading books. Number 2, you've got to start listening to a podcast that build you. Number 3, you need to start having conversations that are productive, not conversations that are unproductive. Number 4, you need to build a network of leaders and not followers. You need to go and find 5 property millionaires, 5 Vonza millionaires, 5 people who are successful in their field and become friends with them so you can become the 6th. And that's how you can make that shift. Find 5 people in your network that are positive thinkers, and you become the 6th. Because listen, if you have 5 gossipers, you're going to be the 6th gossiper.
Okay, this is so much fire, man. But unfortunately, that's all the time we got today. Our next speaker is ready. I mean, he said you got to read books, you got to listen to podcasts, you got to listen to conversation. You have to listen to be in the right conversations, and you got to be in the right network. Daniel Moses, how can people follow you? Where can they find you? People,
right now,
the chat is blowing up right now. Where can they find
you? Right
you?
now, go and follow me on Instagram. Go on Instagram right now and find Daniel Moses DM. Just type in Daniel Moses, one word, DM at the end. Give me a follow and DM Vonza. Just say Vonza so I know you've come from Vonza, and I promise I will follow you back, and let's stay connected. We're transforming minds. We're building value. We're creating leaders and leading people into wealth creation. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins only in a day. If I can do it, you too can do it. We are on a mission to transforming people from the ordinary to becoming extraordinary. It's been an amazing pleasure, my brother, for inviting me. God bless you all.
Thank you, man. Somebody said they are feeling the anointing on this. Somebody say fire. This is amazing, man. Thank you, bro, for coming and adding value. I mean, we're broadcasting on several live on several platforms right now, and many more gonna catch the replay, and we're so excited. Thank you so much, man. And I'll be
Thank
talking
you,
to
my
you
brother.
later. Thank you
Thank
for
you, bro.
coming. Woo!
Take care.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Guys, that was something. If you got something, put some fire emoji on. My next speaker, she's already ready. She's ready and loaded. She's coming up now. Everybody call her Ellie. And she's Eliza Diop. She's my African sister, if you guys don't know, because she got an American accent. You think she's American. No, she's African, okay? And she is killing it. She has an amazing story. In fact, I'm going to bring her up in about 30 seconds, and we're going to try to see if we can also stream live on Instagram. So just give me a second while I set that up. In fact, I'll just bring her up while she's talking, then I'll try to see if we can do that. All right, 3, 2, 1. There she goes. Hey, Ellie.
Hello. This is so cool.
Wow, we are so
I
excited to
love this.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to have you. Do you know if you're still going to be able to come on Instagram, or you think we should just focus on this kind of?
Yeah, if you go live and invite
Okay.
me, I should be able to do both. I'll just have to put my phone up on the tripod.
Okay, good, good, good. All right, let me give you like a second to
Hey
do that.
everyone. This is so very cool. I love this.
Thank you so much. We're excited to have you. And I've shared a little bit about your story earlier, and people were excited. They were like, wow.
Really? Oh, that makes me so
Yeah.
happy.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm live on Instagram now. I think you got to make a comment or something so I can also.
Okay, I can see you. I'm
Good, good,
gonna leave
good.
a
Yeah.
comment and I'll request to join.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay.
Let's see if it will work.
Wave. Yeah, you were waving. You said, "Hey." Okay,
I'll make sure this
requested.
volume is down
Yes,
so we don't hear back. We don't get any like feedback.
yes, yes. I think you are. I just requested you on Instagram as
Let me
well.
turn on my light.
Okay, yeah. I just requested you on Instagram as well. Guys, this is going to be amazing. Guys, I've been taking notes. When Ellie's speaking, you need a lot of notes because this woman is anointing. She's anointed. She's blessed. She's wealthy. She's as real as it gets. Because I'll tell you
Yes. Can
right
you
now,
send the request again?
okay, how do I accept? Let me,
So yeah, if you click
I
on
just did
my
that.
at the top, you can request me to join.
Yes, I think I just did that too. Hold on, guys. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out. Let me also make sure I'm on Do Not Disturb so that nobody knocks me out.
I know, right?
Yeah, you said go live. People can go live. I keep trying to add you live. Is it that you say you're unable
If
to
you
join?
really okay, click at the top by your name right here,
Where?
and then
Uh-huh.
or at the bottom actually. Wait, let me show my camera. You see
Okay.
that where it has that little plus sign? It looks like a camera
Go
right
live.
here.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
There we
I
go.
just did that. You got it now?
Oh no, it's not letting me join.
It's not letting you join. Yeah.
I don't know
Okay,
why.
that's fine. That's fine. We'll record this, and we need
We'll
to
record it, yeah.
when all this is fixed, we're gonna do some Instagram live
That's so
together.
weird because I
That's
went live today, so I don't know. But no worries.
yeah. I keep trying to add you, but it's not
We are
letting me.
still going to make it happen. Well, this is an amazing summit, level up, challenge you've put together. I love it. I love the fact that it's live like this. And you guys are streaming on YouTube, right?
Yes, we are streaming on 3 platforms: on our Facebook group, Instagram group, and on YouTube. So it's going live on 3 platforms, and also too many people are going to get the replay as well. This is so amazing. So guys, she got so much. I'm going to do some Q&A. So this is a little bit about our story, okay? And you can add some more early later. So Ellie, about a year ago, you just went through a bad divorce. You were living with your mom and a single mom of 4. Wow, that's amazing, including twins, right? And then you use went through something with your job. You use your stimulus check, and now you built over 3 million. Somebody put $3 million on the screen. You built over $3 million digital business in less than a year. That is so amazing. Everybody put 3 million right now. Let me tell you guys one thing about Ellie too. Ellie's not just a multi-millionaire, but she's a really good person as well, right? There are a lot of big
Thank
influencers
you.
out there that are really fake, but Ellie is real, and I'm really excited to have her. So welcome to Vanza Level Up Challenge. How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. So excited to be here. So excited to talk to all of you and answer some questions. I am just so grateful for everything that's happened in my business in the last year. And it really encourages me, and I'm inspired to help other people achieve the same level of transformation. So that is absolutely my goal and my focus.
Awesome. So let me see now. You're going to be talking about business strategy and funding. So just go for about 20 minutes. Then we'll have about 5 minutes of Q&A, okay? So I'm going to put you on full screens and just share and teach. So also too, a lot of people, they've heard your story. They are inspired. But also too, some of them, they are beginners when it comes to creating a digital product business, and they don't know how to start, where to go, how to grow, or they are scared. And so please talk about that and whatever else you want to share. So I'll be back in about 20 minutes. And we're also live on Instagram too.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, all of you, for being here. I'm excited to speak with you guys today about business strategy, funding, and really just how no matter what type of business you have, you can absolutely set it up in such a way where you are able to get funded, right? So let's go into the basics of business funding, okay? So I have a coaching and consulting company. And through my coaching and consulting company, I speak with clients one-on-one. I have courses, I have educational products. It encompasses a lot. But the way I'm able to build my business credit is because my business is registered properly. So number one thing, regardless of the type of business you have, whether it's an e-commerce business, a digital product business, a service-based business, a cleaning business, it can really be anything. The key to being able to tap into business funding is having your business registered. So what you want to do is get your LLC is number one. That's the most common type of business structure and the best one for you to use. So you want to have your LLC. Then you need to make sure that you get your EIN number. Yes, get your EIN number, okay? Your EIN number is essentially the social security number of your business, okay? When you think of it that way, the same way we have a social security number for our personal credits, you as a business owner would use an EIN as the social of your business. This is what identifies your business and helps you to build business credit. Now, the third thing you're going to want to get is a business bank account. A lot of people think you can just start business activities and maybe you don't need a business bank account, but you have to keep it separate, right? You don't want to be providing a service or selling products and that money is going into your personal business account. That's not good. That's what we call commingling, and we don't want to do that. So when you have a separate business bank account, that is what shows lending institutions, credit cards, and companies that you're in position to receive business funding, okay? Now, the fourth thing you want to have is your DUNS number, and that is spelled D-U-N-S, DUNS number. Now, the great thing is your EIN and your DUNS number are free, so you can get those by going to the IRS for your EIN and then going to Dun & Bradstreet for your DUNS number. I also have this information all throughout my page on Ellie Talks Money, so make sure you follow me on Instagram, and I have lots of courses that actually teach you how to go through this process. So we've covered now getting your LLC, your EIN, your business bank account, your DUNS number. There's a fifth thing that I want to add, and that is making your business verifiable. Okay, so what I mean by that is having a domain for your business, so a website, a landing page, having a business email address, and then having a business phone number. A lot of people overlook these steps and they just might use a Gmail account or have no website or just only have an Instagram page. But when you are wanting to get 5-figure funding and even 6-figure funding for your business, 6-figure business credit approvals, they're going to want to see if your business has a presence online. So even if you're not a web designer, you don't have to be amazing. But what you do need to do is purchase a domain from GoDaddy or Shopify or even Google Domains, and you can hire someone, pay them anywhere from $50 to $100 to design a simple landing page for you, so that when these lenders and the bank start to look up your business, they can actually see that it exists, okay? That is a very important step that many people overlook when they go to apply for funding, and oftentimes can be a reason why you get denied, is if you're not verifiable. The business phone number is also very important. Now, that doesn't mean you need to go and get a whole new phone, but what you can do is register at places like Google Voice, where you'll get a phone number that's connected to your number, but it will be a separate number. So you can put that down on applications as your business phone number, and then you yourself as the owner of the business have a separate personal number that you own. These are important ways to establish your business and give it, a better and a higher reputation. Now, in addition to that, when it comes to forming your business email, it's preferred for you to use the same domain that you have, that you purchase for your website, as the business email. So instead of it being, Ellie's Cleaning Business at gmail.com, it's preferred that it would be info at elliescleaningbusiness.com. Okay, so it's a small change, but it goes a long way in terms of the way your business is perceived by lenders and other partners. Okay, very, very key. Now that you have the foundation of your business, you've got your LLC, you've got your EIN, you have your business bank account, your DUNS number, your business is verifiable. Now you're in a really good place to start building that business credit. So the great thing is, even if you have a low or, not so strong personal credit score, there are still ways for you to start building your business credit in order to position yourself for funding and business credit cards within about 6 to 9 months, right? So what you want to start with now is some tier 1 vendors. So these will be your simple vendors such as Uline, Quill, Shirtsy, etc. You want to start there to start building up that score. Now, I want to give you guys a gem, okay? Something that you guys can implement today. If you already have those first steps done that I shared with you, one of the first things you can implement today to build your business credit is to get a subscription to nav.com. So that's NAV.com. You're going to register for an account there and sign up for their monthly membership, which is, I believe, $39 a month. Now, the benefit of this is that NAV is almost like the Credit Karma of business, okay? So the same way Credit Karma tracks our personal credit scores, nav.com tracks your business credit score. So it's keeping an eye on your score. It's showing you when it goes up. It's showing you when payments are reported. And when you make that subscription payment to them, that actually starts reporting as a positive trade line on your business credit. So you are going to be making those payments anyway, but now that you're with nav.com, those payments you're making are going to be reported as successful payments to your business credit report. So that's one trade line that you can get immediately without any, checking of your personal credit, any long work. Now you've already started to build business credit. So from there, you want to continue proceeding with building, okay? Now, let me break down for you guys, after you're in tier 1, then you're going to graduate to tier 2. This is where you're getting more accounts with retail cards such as Amazon, Shell, etc. These are going to start reporting as revolving credit on your report. Now, the good thing is you don't have to spend 6 months in tier 1. or even 3 months in tier 1, you are able to graduate, as I like to call it, to tier 2 and 3 after having 3 to 4 successful payments in tier 1. So the good thing is when you start making your orders with Uline and with Quill, you will be able to make an order and pay it back, and that's one successful payment history. So if you do that 3 times in 1 month, now you've got 3 successful payment experiences within that 30-day or 45-day time frame, and now you're ready to proceed to building at the next tier. So that's a really good hack to where you don't have to feel like you have to continue building for months and months and months before you're able to get approved for larger quantities. You're really able to just establish that initial business credit foundation within 30 to 45 days, okay? So tier 2, you're gonna have your Amazon and your Shell and more, Sam's Club, etc. All things I go over in detail in my course. And then in tier 3 is where you will move on to your cards, right? So this is where we'll start looking at business credit cards and secured business credit cards. Now, there are some business credit cards that are going to require you have at least a 700 personal credit score. There are others that are going to accept you even if you have a 600 personal credit score. But the good thing about both of these is that even if they do a soft check on your personal credit before you are approved, it will only report to your business credit. So there's something called debt to income ratio with personal credit. And why I love business credit is that no matter how much debt or loans or credit cards we get with our business, those will never show up on our personal credit report. So if you're in the process and you want to buy a home one day, or you just want to keep, a clear credit report because you're working on building it, that's why business credit is so valuable, is that these accounts that I teach you how to get approved for will only report to your business account, right? To your business credit report. So that's where your EIN and your DUNS number come in, because the business credit bureaus, are Dun & Bradstreet, that gives you your PAYDEX score, Equifax, and Experian, okay? So now we know about Equifax and Experian on the personal credit side as well, but the good thing is that they have separate bureaus, okay? They have separate bureaus that handle just business reporting and business activity, all right? So I can't see the comments, but drop a gem or comment yes if this is making sense. I don't want to go too fast. I don't want to make sure I don't want this to go over your head, but I do want to make it so clear how building business credit is really an asset to your business, because this is something that only reports there, and you are able to have hundreds of $1,000s in capital on the business side, and none of that is affecting your personal score. So it's amazing, right? Now that we've kind of gone over tier 1, we've gone over tier 2, and we've gone over tier 3, it's really important for you guys to know some good business practices so that you can get approved for $50,000 lines of credit, $100,000 lines of credit, and more. I myself have been approved for over $100,000 in lines of credit just in the last 3 months. I've helped several of my students get over $50,000 and a couple $100,000 approvals in the last few months. So right now we are in Q4, okay? And what that means is we're in Q4 of the year. So the value of being in this time frame is that you have leverage, okay? Everybody write down the word leverage. You have leverage in that a lot of these companies and lenders want to approve businesses right now because they have a bottom line to meet, okay? So they themselves need to give out more money at this end of the year because they also have quotas. They have shareholders who want to make sure that they're giving away money, who want to make sure that their side of the business is profitable. So you're really in a good time and position to get approved if your documents are in order, okay? So let me talk about a couple of the things that lenders are looking for right now, and that if you structure these properly, you are increasing your chances of getting approved. So I mentioned to you all before about getting your business bank account, okay? Now, what you want to do is structure your business bank account in the following way. So you want to have an account where all your income goes. This is your main income account, okay? You want to have an account where all your income goes. I wish I could join you guys on live, but let's just see, maybe it'll work. Okay, so you want to have an account where all of your income goes. This is your main income account. This is what I like to call it. So that's where, as soon as someone pays you for your service or a product or for a booking or anything like that, it goes into the main income account. The other account that you want to have is your business expenses account. Now, you're able to open multiple accounts with one bank, okay? You don't need to go and open up a separate account somewhere else. You're able to open multiple accounts with one bank. So that would be your business expense account. Then you want to have an account for taxes where you just save a little bit, typically about 20 to 30% there, and maybe an account for payroll, depending on if you have staff or contractors that you're paying. But the most important ones are your business income account and business expenses. And what you want to do is you shouldn't be paying your expenses out of the income account, okay? You want to keep things separate. So essentially, when you give your business bank statements to the lender, you want to give them the statements for that income account. So all they're seeing are deposits and then transfers to your expense account. Now, this is going to encourage you to really organize your business expenses very well. So what this means is you want to look at, okay, I know on average I'm spending $500 to $1,000 a month on business expenses. So that means every time you get paid via your business, you should be transferring either $500 or $1,000 over once a month or twice a month, depending on your structure, to your expenses account. And that's the one that you're actually using to purchase food, travel, advertising, whatever expenses your business has. So what this does is when you submit your business bank statements to lenders, you're presenting a much cleaner account, right? They don't need to see how many times you went to Chipotle. They don't need to see how many times you paid for an ad. Like, it's going to be distracting to them. When you provide them the business bank statements just to the income account, they're able to see the frequency with which your business is paid, and that helps them to actually approve you for more money, okay? Big hack right there. I can actually tell you that when I got approved and when I helped my students get approved, one of the main compliments that the lender gave to me and to them is that our accounts were set up perfectly. What might have taken 2 weeks of underwriting was completed in 3 days because of the fact that the bank statements were clean, they just showed deposits, and that was it. So that's a really major way to kind of cut down the process and ensure that you get a bigger approval at this end of the year, all right? So now a few lenders I want you guys to take note of that you can start applying at are Clear Bank is a really good one, Clear Bank. I would also want you all to look at Lendio, Lendio. I would also want you to look at Quick Bridge, okay? I would want you to look at that. And then a final one I would say is Blue Vine. These are all lenders that have historically approved myself, my students, and others in a quick time frame. And generally, you just need to have been in business at least 6 months, okay? Now, don't be discouraged if you don't get $50,000 on your first application. Maybe you get $10,000. The point is building up that history, getting those approvals, and building that relationship. When you first start with 10,000, they may go ahead and increase you 6 months from now to 30,000 or 40,000, because now you've built a relationship. They see that you're making your payments. They see that you're doing a great job in your business, which encourages them to give you more money on the next go round. Okay. So that's a really key thing, is that a lot of the time, the first approval may not be everything that you want, but you're playing the long game, building a relationships with these lenders so that the next approval, right, can be the 5 figures, 6 figures, and more that we want for our business. So let's make sure we got all these things situated and aligned, right? You definitely need to have that business foundation put together. So that was your LLC, your EIN, your business bank accounts, your DUNS number, and then making sure your business is verifiable. Okay, that was very key. Now, once you have those things, you're able to start building through tier 1, through tier 2, and through tier 3 business credit, which then empowers you and puts you in position to go and get approved for business credit cards and business lines of credit, as well as loans right now before the end of this year. So I don't want you guys to let this year end, okay, without, number one, getting my course. That's the first thing, especially if this is all new to you. I definitely would want you to get my business credit course so that you're able to have lifetime access to this and continue building, since today's presentation is short, right? There's 8 hours of information in my business credit course, so you can really use that. And the second thing I don't want you to, leave on the table before ending this year is you have to apply for at least one business credit card and at least one business line of credit. We cannot let this year end without putting our foot out there and trying, okay? Because you would be surprised. Like I said, you have leverage at this end of year mark. So even if you think, well, I don't know, trust me, businesses and business lenders want to give money right now because, again, they also have a bottom line to meet. So if you present yourself the way that I've taught you today, that increases your chances of being able to get approved, okay? And, oh, hello, you're back. I was just going to say, where do I go to look at the question?
No, this is so awesome, guys. Put your question on the chat. That is amazing. So I got a few questions too from some of the private chat as well. Okay, so break it down. So the income bank account and expense bank account. So this is the play, right? So you go to your bank. So you have your main bank account, but they also provide like some sub bank accounts for you, right? One strictly for deposits, one for expenses, right? So your income bank account is where your deposits go to, and your expense bank account is the one where your expenses go to. So your income bank account really just shows your deposits and maybe your once a month expense that transfer, instead of see all the different smaller things that sometimes these bank folks don't like to see, right? Okay, so then also too, you spoke about applying for business credit. Now, this applying for business credit and business line of credit, right? Is it after they follow your steps to building that business credit before they apply, or are you saying they can apply right now?
Well, it depends on, so you can apply right now if you already have the information I gave you. So if you've already built your foundation with your LLC, EIN, DUNS number, business verifiable, and business bank account, and you've started to build at least through tier 1 and tier 2, you may be in position to apply for a line of credit right now. If you haven't done that yet, then you're going to want to focus on building as much as you can within this 30 days and applying at the beginning of the year. Now, I do want to dive in, and give a little more detail, because I teach people to apply without, having to use their personal credit. But if you are in a position and you're okay with having your personal credit be attached to that business loan, then yes, you can apply right now, even if you don't necessarily have all that history. But if you would rather keep it separate and not be a co-signer on the application, then I do suggest you spend a little more time building your business credit and go for it in January.
That is amazing. Somebody have a question. Say, what if you use Square and they have a bank/business card? Can you use the reports as proof of business income?
Yes. So if you're using Square as your payment processor, and that's where people are signing up or paying you for your service or product every month, then you want to make sure that that's though going to a business bank account, right? So if they're using Square to pay you, you need to make sure that Square is depositing that money to your business account, and you would give them that business bank statement to apply for lenders, right? Some companies will have you log into your Square account to show the frequency of your sales history, but it's always best to make sure that not only do you have the sales reports on Square, but that you also have the income showing in your business bank account. So if you don't have those synced up yet, do that ASAP. That way you're able to give them both a sales report from Square and your business bank statements.
Awesome. All right. So we got 2 more minutes, right? For 60 seconds, right? You have an amazing story, right? And how were you able to shift from a year ago, recently divorced, living with your mom, have 4 kids, struggling, to now becoming a multimillionaire in a year? Give us the short story pointers. Give us that pointers in in 60 seconds. List number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. What's the 5 things you did? Rapid fire. Go. 5 things you did. Points. Outline.
All right, here we go. So the 5 things that I did. Number 1 is I fixed my mindset. So no matter what we go through, when we're sad, when we're depressed, we feel like God has forgotten us. He's never forgotten you. Fix your mindset and know that you can absolutely do anything you put your mind to. Every single day you get up is another opportunity to go after your goals. The second thing I did was I came up with a plan, right? I had applied to several jobs, couldn't get hired. So instead of being depressed over that, I constructed a plan thinking, okay, here's the list of things and value I would bring to a job. How can I bring those same values to my own business and to people on the marketplace? So you want to create a plan that highlights what you're good at and how you can put a price tag on it and sell it to people. The third thing that you want to do is really work on your confidence to start promoting yourself. The biggest thing that I see is people are having these amazing ideas, but they're afraid of what people will think if they go online and start sharing their business ideas. You can't worry about that. You can't worry about what anyone's going to think. I used to go live and my kids would be running around in the background doing things, and I couldn't worry about that. I had to just think about, okay, I need to make sure people know about my product and my service. And that was it, right? I would say the 4th thing is, if you are religious, if you are a person of faith, pray a lot. Pray a lot, but take action as well, right? Because one thing I've realized in this last year, I believe that God really helped to expedite my growth because he found me working, not waiting, right? A lot of the time.
Whoa! Somebody got a positive offering. God found you working and not waiting, because a lot of people are waiting on God to move, to bless them, to help them sell, to whatever, but God found you.
Yes, listen.
Listen. Was cold, though. You came heavy. Wow.
Yes, I really believe that, God found me working and not waiting. And you won't believe the amount of energy that gets pushed behind you and the amount of favor that gets pushed behind you when you are every day showing up, even when you don't know what's going to work. Every single day show up. And I would say that the 5th key thing that really helped me to go from $1,200 stimulus check to multiple millions is consistency in creating my content. One thing I don't play about is my content on Instagram and my content on social media. And I really need all of you to realize we're in a day and age where you can completely change your life based on how consistently you show up with your content. Literally. So 5 tips right there.
That is amazing. Ellie, that's all we have time for, unfortunately.
Yes.
I mean, she said this is the 5 keys now, in case somebody put on the screen, in case you are just joining. Your mindset, fix your mindset. You got to have a plan. That's number 2. Number 3, you got to build your confidence. Number 4, you got to pray. And number 5, you got to be consistent. So, Ellie, how can people find you quickly? EllieTalksMoney.com, right? And also,
yes, you can go to ellietalksmoney.com. You'll be connected to all my courses and resources there. And then you can also find me on Instagram at EllieTalksMoney. So I look forward to being connected to all of you.
Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate you, sis, and I'll talk with you offline. Wow, thank you so much. You are following Ellie right now on Instagram, and also to go to our website, Ellie Talks Money, okay? Thank you for coming on. That was amazing.
Thank you.
So we're going to have Dr. David Imonitie coming up shortly. He's ready, loaded to come on and drop the fire. Let's bring him up right now. Hey, Dr. David, how are you doing, sir?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
Amazing, amazing. People have been excited. They've been ready to hear from you today. I know that it's going to be amazing. Just a reminder, we are broadcasting live on 3 platforms right now: Facebook group, Facebook page, and also on YouTube, and also to a lot of people are going to also catch the replay as well. Everybody, before it comes on, I want you to go ahead on your Facebook pages right now and share this video, because what you're about to hear is going to literally change your life. And this man is another example that you can be from Nigeria and still be and live a life of integrity and still be successful. Sadly, we see some people, they say, hey, that sounds like it's a Nigerian. It must be a scammer, a 419, a Yahoo boy, or something crazy. It doesn't matter where you're from, it's about who you are. So this man is loaded, is a man of God, is powerful, is the creator of belief system, belief technology, and something is about to shift in your life. So I'm going to give you guys like 10 seconds right now. Go ahead and share this video if you've not done that already, because you will not do good to keep this information to yourself. So everybody, 3, 2, 1, go right now and share this video. We want more people to hear and be blessed today. So a little bit about Dr. David. He's the creator of Believe Nation. He's an influencer, a consummate entrepreneur, and a master of success who went from college dropout to his first million by the time he was 27 years old. Wow, that was amazing. He has spent the last decade traveling the world, inspiring hundreds of thousands of determined business owners to transform their lives through the life-changing power of belief. Dr. David, good to have you on today on the Vonza Level of Challenge. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Doctor. How are you doing?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So the people are ready. So please just go in, and in about 20, 25 minutes, I'll be back up to do some Q&A.
All right. You know, if you guys know Dr. Abraham, you know how persuasive he is, because he asked me to get on this get on this live, and I've got a really, really busy schedule right now, but because his belief system is so high, it's almost impossible to say no to him. So if you guys really want to learn the art of persuasion, I think Dr. Abraham is the art of persuasion. I think he's the doctor of persuasion here. But thank you for the opportunity to share with you and share with the folks that are actually listening in as well. Happy holidays to each and every one of you as well. And Happy New Year. I know we're obviously getting ready for the new year, and everybody's excited about it. And everybody gets excited at the beginning or at the end of every year, and they get excited at the beginning. And that excitement kind of wears off by maybe the first week or the second week of January. And they just kind of get into the same mode of life. But one of the things that I learned a long time ago was that you can decide to change your life whenever you make a decision. And the decision that I made years ago was a decision that I was going to learn. All right. I was going to learn. I was going to grow. I was going to develop. I was going to become a better David. And I knew that becoming a better David would coincide with better results. A lot of people focus on better results. And I'm not saying you shouldn't focus on your results, but you really should focus on the person that you're becoming. Because the person that you're becoming is the person that can actually create the results that you want, but not just create it one time. They can create it over and over and over again. And not just create it over and over and over again. They can now be an inspiration to other people to where now they can go out and create that level of success or even greater. And that's what Dr. Abraham has been able to do in his life, and everything that he's launching right now, him and his wife, just absolutely amazing. And that's why I would want to be a part of the vision, part of what it is that they're doing right now. But today I'm gonna give you guys something that changed my life years ago that I learned, and it's relevant to where we are right now this year. But it's also relevant. It could be relevant in March. It could be relevant in July. It doesn't really matter. And it's really about goal setting. That's really what I'm going to touch on today. Is really about goal setting. And there's a formula to setting goals that allow you to actually accomplish your goals. All right. There is a formula that allows you to actually set goals and actually accomplish it. And I learned this back in 2008, watching a YouTube video, somewhat like this, right? You probably see this video on YouTube. And I learned it from Zig Ziglar. And 2008, I was financially frustrated. That's just a fancy way of saying I was broke. I was living with my dad, no money, no success whatsoever. But I still had the drive. I still had the tenacity. I still had the desire. And if you have that, that's really all is needed to start success. Desire is the starting point of all achievement. And I ran across this training, and Zig shared 6 steps to setting goals. And I want to share these steps with you. And if you implement them, and I've done this over the last 13, 14 years of my life, I guess it'll be 14 years in 2022, and I still do it to this day, and it's made a huge difference. The first time I wrote it down, it was for me to earn $100,000 in a year. And, 13, 14 years later, I've got it written down now for it to earn $1 million a day. And I've had several days where I've actually earned $1 million in a day. Yesterday was a $500,000 day. So it's something that I know works. This is not a guessing game. I'm not trying to figure it out. Is it going to work? Can it work? No. It works every single time. So number one, before I go into step one, you've got to know what you want. If you're going to be successful in anything, you've got to be very specific as to what it is that you want. So if you're going to be specific of the type of income that you want to earn going into 2022, and I'm just going to pick a number. I'll just say your goal is to earn $100,000 in a year. All right. First thing you must do to accomplish that goal is you have to write it down. You must write it down. That's step number one. You must write it down. A goal is not a goal until it's written down. If you say you have a goal, but it's not written down, it's really a wish. It's really something you would like to have happen. It's something you think should happen. It's something you think maybe can happen. No, a goal has to be written down. A goal is a focus. A goal is an obsession. A goal is something that consumes you. It's a magnificent obsession. It has to be written down. The Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, so who sees it will run. It says that the vision has an appointed time. It says the vision cannot lie. So every goal that I've written down, it cannot lie. The definition of future, ladies and gentlemen, is the time or the period of time following the moment of speaking or writing. So the moment I write it down, that's my future. Goals that I wrote down in 2008, guess what? They were my future at one point, but now they're my past. Goals that I've written down today, at one point they were my future, but they're going to be my past. They are already my past because they're my future. Because the future, past, present, they're all the same. This is why you must write it down. You must write down, be very specific, $100,000 a year, $100,000 a month, $100,000 a week, $100,000 a day. Doesn't really matter. Okay, I promise you, it doesn't really matter what the number is. It works every single time. Now, when you write it down, you've got to write it down this way. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning over $100,000 a year. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning over $100,000 a day. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning $1 million a day. I'm so happy and grateful now that I purchased a brand new G5 jet, G650 jet, G700 jet. You've got to write it down very, very specific in that present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now. So I'm not waiting for it to be for it to happen for me to be happy. I'm not waiting for it to show up for me to be grateful. I'm already happy and grateful for it now. That is what allows me to attract it in my life. That gives me the level of vibration I need to be on. I'm vibrating with my goals. I'm vibrating with where it is that I'm going versus where it is that I am right now. So that's step number one. Step number two, you got to put a date of completion on it. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning $1 million a day. You can do it by March 31st, 2022, by December 31st, 2022. You can write it down. You can actually have a date of completion. Now, do not be emotionally attached to the date. I'm not emotionally attached to the date. There's a school of thought that says you don't have to put a date down. But if you're in sales, right, you probably have quotas, right? You probably have goals that you need to meet. So you're probably going to write the date down. All right. So write the date down. So number one, write the goal down the way I showed you how to write it. Number two, you've got to put a date of completion on it. Number three is you got to list the obstacles that are going to try and stop you. Guys, if you're going to get to the top in anything, there are going to be challenges. They're going to come your way. There are going to be situations that come your way that you're going to have to overcome. All right. Maybe it's negative people. Maybe it's negative self-talk. Maybe it's unforgiveness. Okay. Unforgiveness is the one thing that can really hurt your belief system. That's one thing you've got to guard your heart against, because people are going to do things that hurt you. People are going to do things that make it very difficult for you to forgive them. But you have to look at your goals and your dreams, and you have to realize that it's much greater. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean that, oh, okay, our relationship has to stay the same. Now, I can forgive you, but I don't have to have you in that same space. Does that make sense? So you got to watch against that. That's an obstacle that can stop you. Negative people, negative self-talk, you being lazy. You've got to identify the enemy. You can't defeat the enemy unless you identify the enemy. The enemy is usually something that's going on the inside of you. That's the biggest enemy towards your success. So that's number three. Number four is you got to identify who you're going to be working with. Two things. You got to identify who the coach and mentor is. Who are you going to listen to in 2022? And then you got to identify who are you going to help. Who are you going to help accomplish their goals so you can accomplish yours? All right. I learned a long time ago, you help enough people get what they want, you'll have everything that you want. So that's the focus you've got to have. Who am I helping? Who am I helping grow? Who am I developing? How can I serve? Service to many leads to greatness. The person that serves the most is the person that wins. This is the type of mindset that you got to have as you're building this business. All right. As you're building your life, as you're building your company. Who can I serve? Who can I uplift? All right. That's who you want to identify. And then you got to plan your work. All right. Plan out your work. You got to get a calendar. Get a calendar of what you're going to be doing. I've got a calendar of a schedule. All right. I just got off a call. I've got another call right after this. And I've got a schedule of the work that I'm going to do. I've planned it out, and now I'm working that plan out. And I'm not waiting for the new year. I'm starting now. A lot of times people say, okay, I got to get ready to get ready. No, I got to get ready to be ready. No, you're ready now. Do the work. Put the work in. Plan it out. Plan out your schedule. Plan out what you're going to give in return for the money that you want. And go out there and show the plan. Go out there and share your business, whether it's on social media, whether it's belly to belly, right? However, whatever medium you're going to use, every single day, utilize that to get the message out about your business, about your company, about your ministry, whatever it is that God has put on your heart for you to actually do. And then number 6 is what's in it for me. What are you going to give yourself? How are you going to reward yourself for accomplishing your goals? When I hit my goals, I'm rewarding myself with a private jet. That's why it's going to happen, all right? And I've got pictures all around me. I've got signs all around me. When you come to my place, you know, I don't, you know, when I say write it down and so you can see it, I literally mean you need to put it everywhere you can. It's in my kitchen. It's in my living room. It's in my bedroom. It's in my bathroom. It's in my closet. It's everywhere. Okay. So you got to see where it is that you're going. Your belief system is triggered by the words that you're speaking, which means the words that you're hearing. It's triggered by the visions, right? The visualization, the imagination, what you're seeing with your physical eyes and what you're seeing with your internal eyes. but then also the emotions that you have. You got to have the emotions of love. You got to have the emotions of patience. You got to have the emotions of faith. You got to have the emotions of gratitude. And if you're vibrating at that level and feeling good about life, feeling good about people, sending people love, even people that hurt you, even people that do things that are tough for you to understand, you've got to still show love to those individuals. And if you do that, you always end up being, I told somebody the other day, I've in my life, I've learned to be the bigger man. And every time I do that, I end up being the bigger man, right? That's the kind of mindset that you want to have as you go out there and really, really tackle 2022. So, Dr. Abraham, that's what I wanted to share, the 6 steps to setting goals. I know you said you want to do a Q&A here before I jump off here, but hopefully you guys are able to get some value on that. It's 6 steps. You can actually go and find it on Zig Ziglar, 6 Steps to Setting Goals. I'm sure he did a better job explaining it than I did. But if you follow these 6 steps and you actually implement them in your life with any goal, doesn't matter how big, doesn't matter how small, I promise you it is going to work out for you and your family. So, Dr. Abraham, thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you. That was amazing. I wrote down the steps. I hope I didn't miss one. Number 1 was to write it down, know what you really want. Number 2, put a date of completion on it. Number 3, remove the obstacles, and that may also be you that is obstructing your own self. Number 4 is to identify a coach, a mentor, or somebody to help you, including those you want to help as well. Number 5, you got to plan the walk. You got to walk. You got to plan that, plan your dream, your schedule, all that stuff, right? Then number 6, what is the need for me? You got to reward yourself. Okay, you made an interest. Of course, I follow you on Instagram. If you don't follow Dr. David Emoniti right now, you got to go on Instagram, put his name in and follow him. That's where he's most active, and that's where he's really every day, just really imparting the word, or one of the channels, right? You made a transparent post recently, and I think you did a video or so of, about, being transparent and being vulnerable. And today you also spoke about unforgiveness. There are a lot of entrepreneurs, and also to, entrepreneurs that are in process that's going to watch this video live or the replay, right? And can you kind of tie that together? How walking through unforgiveness, freeing yourself from hurt, pain, unforgiveness can also help that person becoming a successful or a more successful digital entrepreneur. Can you tie that construct?
Well, my background is faith-based. Both my parents are pastors, so I always lean on what the Word of God says. And, one of my favorite passages, Mark 11:24, and it's basically whatsoever things you desire when you pray. So you got to have a desire. I told you that was the starting point of all achievement. And then he says, when you pray, your mouth is open and your ears are open as well. So when you pray, believing has to do with what you see. You always believe what you see. So when I say you need to believe something, I'm saying you need to have a picture of it. I'm saying you have to have the imagination of it. So believe that you receive it. Now, receiving, Dr. Abraham, is not physical. Receiving is spiritual. Receiving is a spiritual act. Receiving is an act of gratitude. If I told you right now that I'm sending you a check for $1 million, what would you tell me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, do you have the check?
No.
No, but you've already received it.
Yeah.
Right? You would be in a place of gratitude. You would be in a place of excitement. You'd be telling everybody, man, Dr. David's sending me a check for $1 million. You have a big smile on your face. You wouldn't be frustrated. You wouldn't be impatient, right? You whether it was being overnighted or whether it was going to take 2-3 days, whether it was going to take a week, it didn't matter. You were going to be excited about it. That's what it means to receive. So it's everything you desire. When you pray, open your mouth, believe, see it with your eyes, and then be grateful for it. All right. And then you shall have it. So believe that you receive it, and then. So the and is the time period until it actually shows up in the physical. Make sense? But you know what's interesting about that? The very following verse after that, believe that you receive it and you shall have it. It says, and when you stand praying, forgive.
Ooh, that's deep now.
Yeah. See, that's the continuation a lot of people miss out on. It says, and when you stand praying, forgive, so that, right, your Father who's in heaven can hear you. So unforgiveness is literally a block. You're literally blocking the Father from hearing your petitions. He can't hear you because you've got unforgiveness in your heart.
Hmm.
All right. So that's what the devil will try and do. The devil will try and bring offense. The devil will try and bring unforgiveness to you because he knows that's the only power that can stop your ability to communicate with God in order for you to manifest the things that you want. So you have to guard against that. All right. And the way you do it is you say, listen, I forgive that person. You know, whatever it is that they did, you say, hey, I forgive them. All right. Now, doesn't mean that the hurt doesn't go away. The hurt is still there. But over time, all right, the hurt will subside. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But unforgiveness is where you have anger towards the person or you have resentment towards the person. You cannot have that in your heart and still operate in faith. Because for faith to work, you've got to have love in your heart. Right? So I can love the person, even though our relationship may change, the dynamics of our relationship may change, but my heart towards that person, the love that I have for that person, that doesn't change. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that is so amazing. We still got about 5 minutes, okay? Guys, if you have any question, please put your questions on the screen so we can ask Dr. David some of these questions. So, you are a successful man, right? I know you shared so many points already. If you could do it all over again, what is the number one thing you would do that would be the fastest acceleration to success? What would that thing, one thing you would do? What would that biggest the biggest game changer, one thing? What's that one thing? What would that one thing be?
I wouldn't change anything.
Wow.
I wouldn't change anything. Yeah, because every failure, every success has led me to who it is that I am today. So there's not one thing I would change. All the failures that I've had, all the mistakes that I've made, I would go out and make the same exact mistakes because without those mistakes, I wouldn't be the David Imonite that I am today. So I wouldn't change anything.
That is
At all.
amazing. Okay, you've read a lot of books too. Is there any book that comes to mind? What's your favorite book and what's one liner from that book, if you can remember, that just like stuck to you?
The Bible.
Okay.
Proverbs 23:7, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You become what you think about. Those 6 words is what really changed my life. You become what you think about. So when I learned that, I started to make sure that what I wanted was what I was thinking about so I could become it. And it's worked. And it continues to work. And that's how I look at my life, to be an example of belief.
Yeah.
I want to be an example of belief, be an example of leadership, that you can go out there and you can win. You can win the right way. You can win without taking from anybody. You can win without scamming anybody. You can win telling the truth. You can win treating people the right way. And that's just the goal that I have in life.
That is amazing. And shortly, you're going to tell the people about the event you have coming up soon in Houston. Guys, I'm going there. Dr. Faith is coming. I mean, we're going to be pushing it after this event. We want everybody to be there, right? So please get your tickets. I'll let him share some information about it shortly. But before we do that, my final question, if you guys have any question, put it on because we're only having for like 2 or 3 more minutes, okay? My final question is this, right? There might be somebody listening right now, right? They're like, okay, that sounds good, everything you've said, right? But it's still dealing with that self-limiting beliefs, identity issue, not thinking well, not having enough confidence and stuff. What would you, if you were to speak to them right now into their living room, what would you tell that one person that don't have that belief, that faith, or that have been through some tough times, maybe through the pandemic, and not sure they can be successful? What would you tell that one person listening to you right now?
Yeah, you've got to start the process of rewiring your mind. Change starts with awareness. You've got to be aware of where you are. Being aware of it doesn't mean that you stay there. All right. You're just aware of it. And then what you've got to do is you got to accept it. All right. So you got to own it. You got to take responsibility for where you are in your life. And usually people that take on the victim role is because you're looking at other people and seeing how their decisions, or maybe them not helping you or them doing something to you, cause you to be where it is that you are right now. You got to take responsibility and say, no, it's on me, right? And then you got to start the process of reconditioning. This is where a coach, a mentor, the right books, the right audios, inundating your mind. That's what I did years ago. And that's what I was doing this morning. This morning I was listening to Ivy Hilliard. This morning I was listening to Magic of Believing. Inundating my mind with personal growth to rewire the way that I'm thinking. The Bible says you have to renew your mind. Your mind can never be, it could be grown, but it can always get better. So you've got to stay in the Word. You've got to stay listening to the right books and right audios, and have the right coaches and mentors that can speak life to you, so you can get rid of those stories in your mind of, I can't do it. See, God is in you. So it's impossible for you to say you can't do it, because God does the impossible. So if he's in you, then there's nothing that I can't do because he's in me. It's that simple. You have an identity crisis because you're not aware of the power that's on the inside of you. Once you become aware of the powers on the inside of you, you're not going to have any limitations on what's possible for you. All right, and what's possible for your life. And that's what we teach here at Believe Nation. That's why I got on this. That's why I got on this live, because it's an opportunity for me to share with you, to give light to maybe a situation that may be going on in your life. And we've got that event February 4th to the 6th. You can go to believenation.events to get your tickets there. John C. Maxwell is one of the keynote speakers at that event as well. Greatest teacher on leadership of our time. He'll be there. I've got a slew of other leaders, multi-millionaires. Everybody's going to be hitting that stage and has earned millions of dollars in their space and with this leadership business. And that's who's going to be teaching at that event in Houston, Texas.
Awesome. Everybody, look at the screen right now. Believe Nation events. Real quick, what will people get or take away from this event in February? I want everybody to there. We need to sell out this event like this week or this month. What will people get? What will be the takeaway? What should people expect as they come?
Yeah, you should expect growth. You should expect growth spiritually, emotionally. Growth in your relationships, growth in your leadership, growth in your fitness as well. We're gonna tackle that as well. Growth in your finances, and growth in your purpose and your contribution. We're going to give you the complete. I believe in being a complete individual, not just financially, but how well do you fare in your relationships? How well do you fare in your fitness? Emotionally, where are you at spiritually? So all that is going to be there at this event. It's going to be about 2,500 people there. We'll be sold out by the end of this month. The event will be completely sold out. So it's going to be absolutely off the chain.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. David. This is amazing. And everybody should go to Believe Nation.events. Believe Nation.events. Get a ticket. There are different tiers of fees. You can get the regular or get the VIP, but get a ticket. You want to be there, just like he shared earlier, is invested in himself, and it has helped him to be successful today. And if you invest in yourself, you are going to be successful. Thank you so much. Any final word for the people today?
I just want to say thank you again. Thank you for the invitation, your belief and your vision and what it is that you're doing to impact people's lives. I think it's just absolutely amazing, and can't wait to see you and your beautiful family again. And congratulations on that new bank that you got opening up.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. Follow Dr. David on Instagram, and also to get that right now. Follow him everywhere. Wow. That is amazing, guys. See, it's just day 1, session 2. So we have 3 people that are in top place for the most comments and shares and likes. I don't know who I'm going to give it to. I'm going to look through right now. If I text you or inbox you or message you, that means you are the winner. If I did not, in this session, you did not win, but don't worry. This evening at 7 p.m. EST, we're going to have the final session for today. It's only day one, okay? I got Michaela, I got Rondell, Annette. Those are the three runners up for the most comments. But I'm going to check who shared the most out of the three. And whoever shared the most out of the three is going to win, because they are, in fact, too, Dr. Tamikia also did a lot of comments, but I don't know if she shared or not. So, guys, it's going to be amazing. And Dr. Tamikia is going to be speaking on, I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or Friday. So it's going to be amazing, amazing as well. Somebody say, what are they winning, and what's the requirement to win? The requirement to win is the person who makes the most, who does the most share. That means they share multiple times. The person, and maybe sharing to multiple groups and pages and stuff. The person does the most share, the most likes, and the most comments, right? They're going to win a gift. I'm not going to tell you what that is. We're going to send a gift to the people. So we have 3 runner-ups for this session. So every session, right, whoever does it, that's the person that is going to win a gift. All right. So again, if you did not hear from us or hear from me, that means you did not win. Don't worry. The next session is coming up in 3 hours, less than 3 hours, at 7 p.m. EST. And we hope that you win and that you be a part of this. Okay, so we're having our session at 7 p.m. It's going to be amazing. Our 7 p.m. speakers is going to include my boy Shad, that goat boat, is going to teach you about how to make 6 figures with a boat rental in the boat rental industry. You're going to have Dr. Anastasia Lewis from Bahamas, how to build people and the people who will build your business. Wow. Then you're going to have my own wife, Dr. Faith Abraham, how to create multiple streams with digital products. And you're going to have Mark Farmer, picking $1 million product. You don't want to miss it. So do me a favor right now. Go to your phone and set your alarm and label it Vonza Life and put it at 7 p.m. Eastern, and that is 6 p.m. Central or 5 p.m. Pacific, okay? But 7 p.m. Eastern, set your alarm clock. We're going to be right here. We got 4 more amazing speakers. And also, too, you just heard all of our speakers so far. They all became wealthy and millionaires by having a digital product business. If you don't have a digital product business, go right now to Vonza.com. Everybody who sign up this week, you're going to get a free coaching onboarding call, and you're also going to get a free course that I sell for $14.97, absolutely free, because you sign up for a paid account. Yeah, so Dr. Faith is going to be speaking at 8 p.m. Eastern today, but we're going to start at 7 p.m. So everybody, get some rest, get your notes, get your book, get everything ready. We'll be back at 7 p.m. Eastern today, and I'll see you all soon. Yay, I'm excited. So we're going to build successful digital products business together. So go ahead and sign up on Vonza, and I'll see you all back at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. So talk to you later. See you all soon. Go Vonza. Go Vonza. Go Vonza. Go Vonza. It's not all right. Okay. Bye now. See you all later.